What if I told you there was a way for you to actually save more money without compromising your lifestyle? The life that you're living right now. Many people believe that, hey, like I need a lot of money to maintain my lifestyle, to maintain these things that I have. Not necessarily. You could be throwing away money without even realizing it. Here are 7 ways you can maintain your lifestyle while saving a lot of money.
3, 2, 1.
The number one way you can actually maintain your lifestyle while saving a lot of money is by buying used items. Guys, there's a lot of things that you can definitely be buying used and not brand new. There are many items that also, on the other hand, that I would absolutely ask you to buy brand new. Things like a bed, a mattress, furniture, your couch. I would advise you to buy these things brand new because you do not want to know what has gone on that couch or that bed. You don't want to sleep on a bed that someone has slept on already. My advice is always to buy those things brand new. Even with bed bugs in Canada, you want to avoid that. But there are absolutely some other items that you can get used. Like a TV. You don't need to buy a brand new TV. And I'm being absolutely serious with that. If you do want to get like a Samsung OLED 75-inch, if you want to get anything of this sort, it's definitely going to cost you a lot of money. Many of us just believe we run to Best Buy to buy these things. But no, you can get this on Facebook Market. You can get this with other smaller retailers who sell these things at a very discounted price. Many of them could cost let's say the average price of a TV like that would be $2,000. You could get it for like $1,003 and save $700. Look for good deals out there, even on Facebook Market, on Kijiji. They are everywhere. And you test it out. You test the TV out, and as long as it's functioning, as long as everything is good, you can make that investment. You can buy it. A TV, absolutely. A car, a vehicle, you don't have to buy a vehicle brand new. You don't have to go for vehicles that are 0 mileage, except you have a lot of money and you just spend money. But you don't have to do this. You can definitely invest in a used vehicle that is reliable, say like a Toyota, Honda, a Lexus, an Acura. You can buy used for these sort of vehicles because they can last forever. They can last a long time as long as you get the history of the vehicle, is well maintained. These are items that you can buy used and you're not compromising on your lifestyle. You're still maintaining the life that you want. Absolutely look for things that you can buy used, not everything that you have to buy brand new. The second way that you can actually save a lot of money while maintaining your lifestyle is by canceling unused subscriptions. Those of us that have like a lot of subscriptions that are unnecessary. You have Amazon and you pay for Amazon Prime. But also many of us go on to have Netflix. We go on to have Disney Plus. We have Apple TV. We have a lot. And you don't even watch any of this. You don't use any of these subscriptions. Why have multiple subscriptions in this way? Even with insurance, say you're already covered somewhere and you are paying for another insurance somewhere else. You may not even know. You need to step back and reassess this situation and be like, do I really need Netflix? Do I really need Prime? Do I really need Apple TV? Do I really need Disney? Their plans are actually even getting exorbitant now. Like if you combine all this expense, it's going to come up to a lot of money. You don't need that many subscriptions. You need to step back and reassess that situation. You can still maintain that lifestyle, that ability to go into Prime or Netflix. But if you're having Disney Plus on top of that, you're having Apple TV on top of that. Recently, I had to reassess my own situation because I was getting charged a lot of things that I just couldn't make sense out of it. Here and there, I get this email from Apple saying you've paid for this, $4 goes out, $10 go out today, $18. Like it comes up to a lot of money at some point on a monthly basis or even yearly basis. You can step back and cut back on many of these things and still maintain that quality lifestyle. It's not about quantity. It's not about how many things you have. It's about the few things that you have that are reliable, that are good, that you can always fall back on. There's no denying that many times our money too goes out in dating, in relationships, right? So how can you save money and maintain your lifestyle with your partner? Go on an experience rather than an expensive trip. I'm being pretty blunt with this. There are so many trails, parks around you that you have never explored, but you're thinking of going to Italy, you're thinking of going to France, Paris, you're thinking of experiencing the world beyond you, but there's a world around you that you have never ever experienced. Why don't you take your partner on an adventure to Niagara-on-the-Lake or an adventure to Niagara Falls? There are so many places you could go in Ontario if you're in Ontario, or even if you're in Canada. If you want to leave the province and go to Vancouver or go to Nova Scotia or go to Alberta to experience some places, you can have this experience within the vicinity that you are in. You don't have to plan a trip and start spending thousands of dollars on flights and hotels. You don't need to do this. You haven't even experienced the world around you. So many parks around you. If you live in Highland Creek or Scarborough, there are so many parks around that are so beautiful that you can go out with your family and have like a picnic, a reunion, something that bonds the family and gives you that beautiful experience that you're looking for. You don't need to start spending a lot of money to leave the country. At some point, you can do that. You can experience the world outside you, but you have to first experience the world around you. It's like when they say charity begins at home. If you trying to help people that you don't even know, but the people around you are suffering, that's just hypocrisy, right? Invest your time, your money, your resources, and have that quality experience with your partner. Go on something romantic instead of something expensive. Guys, this is one huge way you can save money while maintaining your lifestyle. Okay, one huge way is use coupons, look for deals, buy open box. I can't overemphasize many of this. Best Buy has pretty much one of the best open box deals out there. Not everything you buy has to be sealed and completely brand new. No, you can look for deals. Recently, I switched to a MacBook. I found this MacBook on a sale, right? It was still pretty expensive, but I found it on a sale. And when I went on to install my software that I use for editing, which is Movavi, I already had it on my previous computer, which was a Windows, and I couldn't like get that transferred to my Mac because that was meant for Windows. I had to buy a new one. I was looking for deals. I'm like, is there any coupon out there that I could apply to these? And one just like popped up and I was like, let me just try this. And I applied it, and the price was initially $80, but it came down to like $60. I saved $20 there. Yes, it's not much, but I saved $20. I'm not encouraging you to be one of those older people, old grandmas and grandpas who stand in line on Walmart and applying coupons and asking the cashier, this is $10 in no frills. Why is it $12 here? And then they remove $2 for them. I'm not encouraging you to be one of those people. That is poverty on extreme measures, with all due respect to them. I don't think that way, and I don't encourage you to go about things that way, trying to look for every possible way you can extract money and save money. That turns you into something else you don't want to be. But genuinely, there are things that you can buy and still get it at a good deal without necessarily spending the full money on those things. If you want to buy a camera, for instance, you want to start a YouTube and you want to buy a good quality camera. Let's say you're looking at the Canon M50, right? That M50 is $899 on Amazon. You don't need to buy a camera brand new. These things last forever. You can go on Facebook Market and buy that same Canon M50 for $500. You're nearly saving more than $300, right? So why spend that extra money buying that brand new when you can buy it used at a very good price? Guys, look for open box, look for deals out there, and apply coupons, whatever it is, to actually save more money on especially expensive items. One huge way you can save a lot of money while maintaining your lifestyle will be to pack your lunch ahead of time. It's important that you get prepared for food. Food is a necessity. Food is one way that you are spending money without knowing. I'm telling you, if you're eating out all the time, you're probably spending, I don't know, like more than $200, $300 a week just on food. If you are preparing your lunch ahead of time and packaging it, and when it's time for lunch, you're really hungry, you go straight into it, that is much better than someone who doesn't have food around, and now you're scampering looking for something to eat. Now you're just like spending a lot more money than you need to spend. Now you're just like looking for anything, and that leads to a lot of other health issues while you're also losing money. I'm a victim of this, and I know that I'm actually speaking to myself. You have to pack your lunch ahead of time. Make sure you prepare your food ahead of time and it's available for you when you need it, so you can just eat. This even translates into you having a more quality lifestyle, right? Because if you're always eating out, that that's going to start impacting your health at some point. You do not know how many of these foods that are outside there are prepared. That's going to inevitably impact your health, and you now start buying more medication, more drugs to treat yourself, and that leads to other complications. Now you're spending more money too, right? And you're losing money in the process. But when you pack your food ahead of time, when you prepare these things at home, or even if you have someone else preparing them for you, whatever that is, just make sure you have your lunch ahead of time. It will help you maintain even a better lifestyle, a quality, healthy lifestyle, while saving a lot of money too in the process. Guys, this is a very huge one. Shop out of season. If you've made it this far to this video, I appreciate you. Just go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to the channel. It means a lot to me as well. In Canada, the seasons are very distinct. They are very separated. They never mix up, unlike some other countries. Like Nigeria, where I come from, is mostly hot. Anywhere in any region is mostly hot. There's never really like cold, and maybe during December, November, January, maybe just a little cold. But for me, that's just nothing, because I've lived in Canada. There is winter and it's winter. There is fall and it's fall. There is summer, it's properly summer. It's hot and it's extremely cold and it's extremely hot. There's spring, and all of them come together to make a very distinct weather and just give you a complete Canada. That's what you get when you come here. When it's winter, you can buy summer clothes. You can look for deals on summer clothes out there. Like, you could go to anywhere that you shop and you will see some good summer clothes if they have them on display, though. You can buy them online as well, because when the season is changing, that's when these stores and these retailers are trying to get this product out of the store so that they can occupy them with the season, the clothes for that season. If it's approaching winter, look for some summer clothes, buy them and keep them. In summer, you don't need to start shopping now. Even if you need to, you just buy a few things and complement the ones you already bought. Look for good deals on winter clothes in summer. Even maybe spring, you can look for like good deals on winter clothes. I know you want to look good during the winter. I know you want to look sharp and wear your winter coat, your winter jacket, and look all sleek. Like, if you prepare yourself ahead of time, you can see deals, you can see these things at discounted prices. Shop out of season. You can learn the habit of shopping out of season, buying the things you need, not in that season, but in a different season, so that you can use it when that season comes. Rent a luxury experience. If you're looking to have an experience that is luxurious, you can rent that experience instead of buying it. I used the example of a vehicle. You want to have an experience of a very luxury vehicle, you can rent that vehicle, because even many of these luxury vehicles, I'm telling you, their appreciation is very slow, their depreciation is very fast. They depreciate pretty fast, except for a Lexus. I could speak for that. I don't know about other brands, but even sometimes a Mercedes or a BMW was, Audi was, and then when you go to the very luxury vehicles like Ferraris and all that, I can't speak to that. I'm not at that level yet. But if you want to have the experience of these things, why don't you rent that experience? Why don't you rent that experience instead of buying those sort of products? There are many expensive things that you can just rent. You want to host a party, you don't have to buy a speaker. You could rent a Bose speaker, Yamaha. You could rent those for like $20 a day or less. You don't have to buy the whole speaker and then never use it again, and then never use it frequently. Just rent it and have that experience with it. If you want to, many of us have something to say, we really have something on our minds, want to start a podcast, you could rent a studio and do your podcast or do your music if you want, and see how it performs out there before you actually invest a lot of money into buying all these expensive equipments just to make one thing, and then if it doesn't go well, the next thing you are getting pissed off with yourself or pissed off with the equipment. You don't have to invest and spend a lot of money just to have an experience or a luxury experience. You also can just rent that experience instead of buying it. Guys, my name is Ike. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And once again, we'll just be putting out videos like this just to help you with tips, especially in Canada as well. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. Watch the video, share it. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.